Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do an image transfer. What that does is it prints a copy of a printed picture onto a fresh sheet of paper. So the first thing you're going to do is use the graphite in your pencil to cover the entire back area of the printed picture. Now I held mine up a little bit so I could see where the printed area was, so I didn't have to do the whole page. You can do the same thing so you don't have to spend extra time coloring areas you're not going to transfer. But it's super important when you are coloring that you don't leave any white spaces between your pencil marks, because these white areas aren't going to end up transferring at all. So you want to avoid this ghost coloring, and if you have to, go over your colored area a few times so that you can keep a nice solid layer of graphite on the back of your picture. What this does, it's basically like the ink of a transfer, and as you trace your picture, this graphite is going to get pushed onto your final copy paper, making a print of your original. So I'm just going to carefully color in the whole space that I know I want to transfer. And once you have the whole area covered up, you're going to flip it over so that this graphite side is touching my final copy paper, and you're going to line it up in whatever area you want to print it. So if I want to print a picture of my mug towards the bottom of my page so my shoulders go off the edge, I'm going to line my graphite side down on my final copy paper like this, so I know that when I copy my picture, it's going to end up right here on my paper. So once I find the perfect spot for it, I'm going to use a little tape to tape it down, because it's really important once you start doing your transfer that your picture doesn't move. So I'm just going to put one piece of tape here, and then you're basically tracing. The more detail that you add, the better. So make sure when you're tracing, you do more than just outline your shape. I'm actually going to add in all the little curved lines that show the shape of my hair. I'm going to add in the outline of my face. I'm going to add in the outline of my nose, the best I can see it because it's a little light. I'm going to add in any little areas of dark shadow and the outline of my lips. It's important when you're adding facial features that you don't just draw a circle over the whole thing. You need to actually trace the individual shapes so we can see what's there. So instead of just drawing a circle where my lips would be, I'm actually outlining each lip individually. Same thing with my eyes. I'm not just drawing a circle where my eyes are. I'm going to actually outline the shape of my eyes. When you do that, it creates a more realistic version of your original picture. So in this case, it's going to make my transfer look more like me. If I don't outline every detail, then it would look a lot more generic and a lot less detailed. Okay, so I have a pretty good amount of detail added in already. I'm just going to pop in the collar of my shirt. And then when I think I'm done, I'm going to just lift up my paper and check what I have, because sometimes what happens when you're tracing is that it looks like you trace everything, but you might have missed some spots, and the only way to know is if you check. So I'm going to leave it taped up here. I'm just going to peel it back, and I can see, I don't know if you can see because it's not very dark, but it is already starting to look like me. The thing I noticed is I forgot some details. I forgot to add my glasses, and I forgot to add in some of the details in my eyes, so I look a little bit weird. So I'm going to put this picture back down, and I'm going to finish up. I'm going to add in my glasses, every detail of them. And once my glasses are added, I'm going to go back to my eyes and add in my pupil, so it doesn't look like my eyes are empty. Here's the dot there, here's the dot there. I also see a little smile line there. So now when I lift it up, it looks so much more realistic and true to the original. That's it.